This game is blowing up on Steam faster than you can say Walter White. And that game is Schedule 1, a low-budget, chaotic simulator developed by one person. But what if I told you it might just be the future of indie games? If you haven't played the game, I know it's probably hard to believe that I would be starting the video with a very powerful claim that this is the future of indie games, but Schedule 1 isn't just another edgy simulation game, it's a chaotic, meme-fueled sandbox that's breaking all of the rules in the best possible way, and players just can't seem to get enough. But here's the wild part. Beneath the Rick and Morty style visuals and questionable legality, there's a genius game design philosophy that might just rewrite how indie developers build and market games in 2025 and beyond. In this video, we are diving deep into the wild world of Schedule 1, from how it's built, why it's blowing up, some legal issues, and what it means for the future of gaming. Okay, to start, let's rewind. Schedule 1 is an early access game developed by Tyler's video game studio, so yeah, not exactly Rockstar Games, but don't let that fool you. In Schedule 1, you play as a small-time dealer in a place called Highland Point. Your goal is to build an empire. Think GTA meets Breaking Bad, but filtered through a chaotic TikTok lens with co-op support, janky physics, hilarious interactions, and surprisingly really deep systems. Now at first glance, it looks like a meme game, and I mean, you're partially right. I mean, you're making and selling mixes like Mega Smegma and Death Cheese and many other ones that I don't even want to say in a YouTube video. You're running from the cops, you're fighting your clients, all with animations that look like they were ripped from a fever dream. But behind that chaotic energy, there is something really clever going on. Most meme games, if you want to call it that, they fizzle out in a week. They go viral for 5 minutes on TikTok or Twitter or Reddit, and then poof, they're gone, and that's just what's expected. But Schedule 1 has legs, and here's why. It actually has systems. There's property management, crafting, supply chains, law enforcement. This isn't just a game that hands you chaos, it builds it. You scale your empire by buying real estate, hiring employees, upgrading your labs. It's like The Sims for criminals. You have everything you could want right at your fingertips, and that's exactly what is making this game so successful, that instant gratification. Not only that, but there is co-op, and that brings absolute chaos. You can play with up to 4 friends, I believe, and that means so many shared laughs and betrayals and deals gone wrong, all the moments that make people want to stream it or clip it. And that virality is exactly what is driving the marketing scheme of this game, which is why you've probably seen it everywhere you've been looking on YouTube or whatever other social media you use. It was made for YouTube Shorts and TikToks. It's just how it is. And then lastly, it leans into personality, not polish. So the characters, in a way, look like some Rick and Morty knockoffs. The animations are very janky. The voices are unhinged, but that's the entire point. It's not trying to take itself so seriously like Call of Duty or something like that. It's trying to be unforgettable because of its personality, and it's working. That's the exact value proposition, and it's seeing so much success. And now we're going to take a look at the actual quantitative side of that success. So, talking about development, Tyler's video game studio is not a team of 300. It's basically one guy with some helpers. So this game launched on Steam Early Access on March 24th, 2025, and within days it was already everywhere, climbing the charts, selling thousands of copies, and even landing on PC's gamer radar. As of the day of recording this, it was already number 5 on the Steam charts rankings for players, and is already in the top 30 of all-time highest peak player counts. Not only that, but it currently has overwhelmingly positive reviews from players, and most importantly, players keep coming back. And for an indie early access title, that's rare and absolutely crucial. And the best part about it is that this game is nowhere near being done, and yet it feels so complete, but there's so much more that's still to come. There's entire roadmaps of upcoming updates and patches from Tyler, and this is where it really gets interesting. Just what's been confirmed so far, there's a fishing minigame coming in, so you can sling dope in the streets on Saturday and go fishing on Sunday. There's also a parkour system coming to escape cops and look cool while doing it. There's going to be weather systems, apparently a cartel, map expansions, in-game voice chat, more illegal substances that I should not say on YouTube, and much more than that on the horizon. And this is just the start. The developers, or the developer, I should say, is listening to community feedback in real time. He's responding to Discords, pushing updates. He's very active on Twitter. He's fixing bugs daily. And that kind of engagement is rare, but it's absolutely necessary for the success of indie games. With AAA titles, you can put out an unfinished game and people are gonna still buy it and engage with it because, you have the AAA title. Cough, cough, Ubisoft. But when you're trying to get your name out there, when no one knows what Tyler's video game studio is and they don't even know about this game coming out, it's obviously going to be vital for you to have this much engagement. And like how I hinted at earlier on in this video, Schedule 1's real secret weapon is that it's just designed like a TikTok clip. Think about it. There's wild facial expressions, instant action, surprising twists. It's fast-paced, it's hilarious, it's built for the internet age. And people don't just play Schedule 1, they share it. And in 2025, that's how games win, especially non-AAA title games. So the meme aesthetic of this game isn't just a genre or limitation, it's a growth hack. But there is some drama going on behind the scenes. Of course, no good story is complete without a little bit of controversy. Schedule 1 is currently under investigation for copyright infringement. And why, you may ask? I mean, the game's only been out for 2 weeks. Because people are saying it looks suspiciously like Drug Dealer Simulator by Movie Games SA. Some of the things that people say are a little bit too similar for coincidence are the gameplay loops, the user interface, the setting, the premise. But here's the thing, in the gaming world, that happens all the time. I mean, Call of Duty copied Medal of Honor, Fortnite stole PUBG's entire premise, Genshin copied Zelda. I mean, these things are gonna happen, especially when you're looking at indie games and these really tiny studios. Like, yeah, if I'm being honest, this game is a lot like Drug Dealer Simulator because they're both drug dealer simulators. I mean, what else can you say? But the real question is, does Schedule 1 innovate enough to be unique? And I think Schedule 1 absolutely does. It's a totally different playstyle that embraces chaos, while Drug Dealer Simulator is more of your straight, typical simulator game, which is fine, and that's, really good. The game did really well for itself, but Schedule 1 is more than just that. So let's zoom out a little bit. Schedule 1 might look like a joke, but it's changing how indie games behave. For one, let me preface by saying that indie games have been taking over for a few years now. This is not something that's new. On Steam, over half of all games sold are indie, and they also account for 48% of Steam's revenue, according to Video Game Insights. So it's not like Schedule 1 is a first mover. They're not the first to do this, but they are becoming one of the most successful already. And those are some really powerful phrases and words you're using there. To be able to deem a game as successful is very subjective, but I think anyone that is seeing the quantitative and qualitative side of Schedule 1, I think it's impossible to say that this game isn't a success already. The game proves you don't need AAA polish to win, janky can be fun, and if your game is memorable, it's going to spread. And it also shows how virality and mechanics can work together. Streamers are playing it because it's fun, it's chaotic. There's that instant gratification where nobody really wants to click off of it. There's always something funny or something that's going on. So yes, people are consuming it at a very high rate, and that's what's contributing to these very high numbers that the game is seeing, but people are staying, players are staying because it's deep, it's fun. It's more than just a simulator you play for 2 hours. This is a game that you can grind for a really long time. It's more than just your base simulator game. And Schedule 1 is also showing devs how to build in public. Tyler is dropping updates, screenshots, he's responding to players, joking about the bugs. It just feels alive, not like a studio trying to push some half-finished DLC. And it's also making edgy content profitable again. There's a little bit of a time period there where Steam was cracking down on adult and drug content for a while, but Schedule 1 has shown that if you make it smart, if you make it fun, players and platforms will support it. And then lastly, it's raising the bar for what we expect from meme games. Players want systems, they want chaos, they want control, and they are getting exactly that from this game. So right now, Schedule 1 is in early access, but the buzz is growing. If Tyler can keep up the momentum, this could be, your next Gary's mod or something similar. The fact that the game is only in early access and has grown to this scale is unheard of and very promising, and I'd imagine a full release and a potential console release would only skyrocket Schedule 1 even further than it already is. The real test will be, can the game evolve without losing its soul? Can it survive the legal drama? And can it keep balancing edgy fun with smart systems? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the gaming world is certainly watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think about Schedule 1 if you've got the chance to play or watch it. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.